Hey folks, Leader here once again. Welcome back to another review. Hope you enjoyed my review of Ultimate Avengers 2, The Rise of the Panther. Black Panther. Anyway, that's the title of the movie, the sequel. Anyway, continue with the 2000 superhero reviews. I'm on the year 2006. I've review movies from the 2000s superhero films from the 2000s, 2000 to 2009. And I'm on the year 2006. I only got 3 movies to go, actually. Um, yeah. But anyway, I bought this movie at Goodwill, and I enjoyed this movie. This movie is really underrated. I've always enjoyed this film. It's not perfect. I do have a little bit of issues with it. But despite that, this is a good movie. It's pretty entertaining and fun to watch. It's not for everybody, but I like it, especially the lead. And I think it's a good movie. And that is Zoom, Academy for Superheroes, which I rewatched this to prepare for this review, and this is still a good movie. It's a fun watch. Yeah, like I said, not perfect. But like I said, this came out in the year 2006. This is when you had X-Men Last Stand and Superman Returns came out this year. Yeah, this is the this was a time where superhero some movies were making money and some were not. But this was a whole different kind of movie, and I guess people weren't ready for it. It's like Fantastic Four, but with kids, you know. And it's basically more of a family movie, which is okay. It's a movie the whole family can enjoy, and that's fine. Yeah. And I don't get why it gets so much hate. I don't think the movie deserves the hate either. It definitely don't deserve it. I think. I've seen far worse. I can tell you that I reviewed plenty of superhero movies on my other channel and this channel, especially my other channel, that I've seen a lot worse. Yeah. But anyway, let's get into it. So for the so in June 2003, Revolution Studios acquired the rights to Zoom's Academy for the Super Gifted by former Disney Warner Brothers animator Jason Link. Peter Hewitt became attached as director in September 2004. Tim Allen helped write the intentional script, saying it was different in the script for much darker than when it came out, and that the studio powers that be decided to make it into a family movie. It was a neat idea of what superheroes are really capable of doing. Zoom was shot in Hamilton, Orton, Orton, Canada. That's where it was filmed at. Yeah. It was released theatrically on August 11th, 2006 by Columbia Pictures. The film was panned by critics and underperformed at the box office. Terribly, it was a box office bomb. Zoom was nominated for one Razzie Award, worst out of Tim Allen, which I think he deserved. But he lost to Marlon and Sean West for Little Man, yeah, which that film was a lot. Yeah, that film was terrible compared to this. Also produced by Columbia Pictures Revolution Studios. Zoom was released on DVD on April 13, 2007 by Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. So for the reception, like I said, it didn't get good reception from critics. It lacks the punch and good cheer of The Incredibles in the Sky, which I disagree. Zoom is dull and laugh-free affair. I'm like, yeah, the such critical reads. It says that Rotten Tomatoes said that first of all, it's lacking and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Tim Allen didn't write a Razzie Award, so did Chevy Chase. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, for the cast of the movie, you have Tim Allen as Jack Shepherd. Have you seen my Pixar shirt that I have? Yeah. Um, Buzz Lightyear, who Tim Allen also voiced. He is Connor's younger brother. His character is known as his Captain Zoom. He can run really fast. That's his superpower. And Tim Allen, I reviewed some of his movies before on my channel, but I should know him for like Home Improvement, Tim the Toolman Taylor. Uh, I did review the Santa Claus movies, all 3 of those. I do hate the third movie, but that's just me. But I like the Shaggy Dog from 2006. I reviewed that as well. I reviewed Galaxy Quest. I reviewed all three Toy Story movies. Yeah, I've always liked Tim Allen. I've always been a fan. I haven't seen every Christmas is a Crank. Yeah, I saw that too when I was in theaters, but I didn't like that movie. And I love Wild Hogs. Wild Hogs I think is underrated. Courtney Cox is Dr. Marsha Holloway. She's a psychologist on the Zenith Project. She blows rainbow color blast of wind, so she is super breath. Courtney Cox, I should probably know her from Friends. Monica Geller from Friends, and of course, as Gail Weathers in the horror film franchise Scream. Well, she's been in all six movies. Maybe she'll be in the new one. I don't know. And Ace Ventura: Pet Detective with Jim Carrey, and Bedtime Stories with Adam Sandler. Then you have Chevy Chase as Dr. Ed Grant, a scientist on the Zenith Project. Chevy Chase, you know him from SNL. You know I'm Chevy Chase and you're not. The Vacation movies where he's Clark Griswold. Yeah, Caddyshack. People are known for that, especially National Lampoon's Vacation movies. Yeah, he's definitely one of the best comedians ever, and you know he's done a lot of movies. Still does. I guess, or he's retired. I don't know. Yeah, he was in Hot Tub Time Machine, both movies. Oh my god, can't believe that. I said hot. I'm like Hot Tub Time Machine. I was like commenting for the first time when I actually moved here. It was a really hilarious movie. Haven't seen the sequel though. And he did Fletch, so yeah, you know Chevy Chase is a comic legend. Spencer Breslin as Trevor Williams, Mega Boy, and a white boy who can enlarge and inflate body parts of his body as well. Now Spencer Breslin, he's done some work. He was in Santa Claus 2 with Santa Claus 3. He was in The Shaggy Dog. He wasn't Canton Hat yet. That film sucks. I hate that movie. Oh, he was in Disney's The Kid. Bruce Willis. I like that movie. He did a voice for Return to Neverland. So he's worked The Princess Diaries too. So he's worked with Disney as well. And of course, like I said, he's worked with Tim Allen before. And the Santa Claus 2 and Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, and The Shaggy Dog. Yeah. And Kevin Seegers as Connor Shepard. Concussion. Jack's older brother with concussive blast, who went insane upon being exposed to Gamma 13. Here's these concussive blasts that come out of his arms, come out of his hands. Kevin Seegers, let's see. I think okay, now I recognize this guy. I think, yeah, he was in the Air Bud films. You know, he Josh. Okay, Josh from Air Buddy. I'm like, that's Josh from the Air Bud movies. Okay, and Golden Retriever. But I just remember him from the Air Bud movies. Kate Mara as Summer Jones, Wonder. Now she did go on to be on another superhero movie. She was in Fan Four State or Fantastic Four, the 2015 movie, which I don't mind that movie. I like her performance in that movie too. I love to hear as well. But I think she was in 127 Hours. Where Marshall, she was in Brokeback Mountain, film I'm never really gonna want to watch. Yeah, and a film called Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. Oh, and she was in Iron Man too, but just as a U.S. Marshal, giving Tony Stark, you know, saying you got to appear in court, whatever, but just one scene. And she was in The Martian as well. But yeah, beautiful actress. Michael Cassidy as Dylan. Well, her power is that she can possess telekinesis and apathic senses. You know, she can like read minds of things, people, and even machines too. Michael Cassidy as Dylan West Houdini. He's a teenager with visibility and clearance fee, so you know he's best known for his role as Zach Stevens on the OC. Let's see, he made a cameo on Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice as Jimmy Olsen. Wait a minute, he was in. Oh yeah, he was in Smallville. He was Grant Gable. He was Lex Luthor's clone brother. Yeah, in that show. That's how I know him. From Smallville, season 7. Remember season 7 if you've seen the show. The late Rip Torn as General Levy, the head of the Zenith Project. Rip Torn, you should know him for as Zed from the Men in Black films. Summer Rental. He voiced Zeus in the Hercules 1997 Disney movie. And Dodgeball. Patches of Houlihan. A True Underdog Story. I love that movie. But I definitely miss Rip Torn. Yeah, he was a great actor in my opinion. He died almost, what, 5 years ago now? Yeah, about 5 years ago. Shame. He was such a great actor. I definitely miss him. Alex Bedell as Ace, a former member of Zoom's team. Davin Akua as Devery, a former member of Resume's team, William Sadar as Marksman, Colin Guest as Cindy's mother, Cornelia Guest, okay, Rich Kimnett as Danny McThurry, Thomas F. Wilson's in here as Dylan's teacher, just a small part, but y'all should remember Thomas F. Wilson from Back to the Future films as Bev. What are you looking at, boyhead? Yeah. And he was in the TV show Freaks and Geeks. David Linder as David, an employee at Wendy's. They decided to pass away back in '73, but he was funny for his short time. Let me see. He was in 1941. Used cars. He voiced Smartass from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He was in League of Their Own. Yeah, A Bug's Life. He did a voice for that. Did a voice for Titan AE, Scary Movie. Doctor Dolittle 2. He voiced a bird in that. Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Oh, he worked on DC animated film that was Green Lantern, First Flight. So yeah, it's directed by Peter Hewitt. Oh, his parental cousin, Simon Hewitt, was a longtime animatronic designer for Jim Henson's Creature Shop until permanently closed in 2005. Okay, well, but he directed movies like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, Tom and Hook, which I like that movie, and I like Bogus Journey as well. Bill and Ted Bogus Journey. Didn't like Garfield the movie. Thunderbirds, I've never seen. I think the late Bill Paxton starred in that. Yeah, he did. Okay. Yeah. He hasn't done a movie since 2019, which is a shame. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, he directed Home Alone, The Holiday Heist. Or, yeah, he did. Yeah, that movie was meh. Didn't really care for that. The screenplay is by Adam Rifkin, and stories by him too. He's best known for the comics like he did another superhero film that came out the year after this. That was Underdog. Small Soldiers. He was a writer on Small Soldiers, which I do enjoy that movie for nostalgia reasons. I like that film. Yeah. Underdog, like I mentioned, Underdog. Willy's Wonderland. Going Overboard. Oh yeah, that film sucks. He's uncredited. Maybe he just wanted to be uncredited because that film was terrible. Screenplays by David Birmingham. Birmingham. The credits include Elf, starring Will Ferrell, The Haunted Mansion, Eddie Murphy. But hey, I love Elf. You know, Elf is a classic. Stories about Adam Rifkin is based on amazing adventures from Doom's Academy, and plus it even tells you on the front cover of the DVD here. But it's produced by Susan Todd and Jennifer Todd. She produced two Austin Powers movies, International Man of Mystery and The Spy Who Shagged Me. Oh, but Susan Todd, she produced movies like, well, wait a minute. She produced films like Die Hard 2, Predator 2, Hudson Hawk, Loaded Weapon 1, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, Austin Powers, the same as the other lady did. I guess they were doing Memento. I think that's a Christopher Nolan movie. The other Todd lady I mentioned did too. Yeah. Cinematography by David Strudel. Um, he did cinematography for Con Air, Soldier, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, The Green Mile, Vertical Limit, The Majestic, Die Another Day, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Speed Racer, Tooth Fairy, yeah, movies I don't like, Journey 2, The Foreigner from 2017, working with Martin Campbell, yeah, edited by Lawrence Jordan, and music is by Christopher Beck. His work includes some Disney movies, some Disney stuff in the movies like The Muppets, Muppets Most Wanted, Frozen, Frozen 2, And other superhero movies he's done music for is like Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Free Guy, and the Hawkeye TV series. Production companies Columbia Pictures, Revolution Studios, Team Todd Productions, Boston Cat Films, distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing. It was released August 11, 2006. It's 88 minutes long. It cost $75.6 million to make, but it only made $12.5 million worldwide, so it flopped. I guess because people, we had Fantastic Four at the time, and the X Men Last Stand, and some of the X Men movies. And since it was a family movie, maybe people just weren't ready for this kind of movie at the time. And like I said, you had this year that X Men Last Stand was in May, but you also had Superman Returns. So I don't know. Maybe if some people back then were not a fan of those two movies, maybe they just didn't want to see another live action superhero movie. I don't know. It depends on what was coming out at the time. It's not just superhero films. Sometimes it depends on what comes out. Or bad word of mouth because people can't think for themselves. They'll listen to Rotten Tomatoes, whatever they're telling you. I'm like, think for yourself. If you want to go see the movie, go see the movie. Don't do it because somebody's telling you. Yeah, they can give their opinion on Rotten Tomatoes, but you can also have your own thoughts on what you think. If you go see it. Nobody can tell you different. But anyway, what the movie is about is the story of it is that you have a story called the Zenith Team, and they're a team of superheroes. They're led by Captain Zoom, or Jack Shepard, played by Tim Allen, as he is now known as just Jack Shepard. As long because he quit, it's been a good couple, 30 something years probably for him. I don't know the film's timeline, but he's given up, he has long since given up his career of fighting evil and protecting the defenseless. The former superhero gets back into the game when he takes a job at a private academy, which is in the military, where he must wipe into shape a ragtag team of superheroes, which are these kids in here. Yeah, these four kids. He must teach them and train them how to be a superhero because he is the only member of his team alive. Yeah, so the army just brings them in, and so they had to become approaching here. They had to become superheroes and combat an approaching threat that's coming. That threat being concussion, which is Jack's brother, who was exposed to gamma radiation, turned him evil, and so they have to stop him from coming because he can do a lot of damage. So they have to stop him. And along the way the movie goes, they become like a family. So that's the story. It's a really simple story to follow. Shouldn't be so difficult to follow. But that Zoom. But I'll talk about the movie itself and then give my final opinion on the film. Yeah. And again, if you don't like this movie, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. Remember, this is just my opinion. I'm not here to make you like this movie. I like the Shaggy Dog from 2006 too. Sue me. That's just my opinion. You're welcome to have your own. You know, I'm not here to make you like anything. Okay, this is just my video, my point of view from seeing the movie, from watching the film, and my perspective. You know, yeah. So anyway, Zoom or Zoom Academy of Superheroes, same thing. Yeah, doesn't really matter. I guess we call it just Zoom. Decades prior to the start of the film, you get an opening of Courtney Cox, she's telling us the story. I forgot to mention, Sky High it has like when Will is telling us the opening story, like of comics. The film opens up like a comic book, really nice. Well done. Same thing here. It opens up like a comic book. No, I don't mean this movie doesn't have comic book panels. It's not boring like Annalise Hulk, or Elektra, you know. But Annalise Hulk, yeah, that's boring, and it has that comic book panels. This movie didn't have it. At least Sky High in this movie, they open up like a comic book with the opening titles, and I like that. It's really nice to look at. For 2006, it looks really good. And he tells us about the Zenith team. They're five young superheroes. They're led by Captain Zoom, Jack Shepard, and his older brother Connor. They fought crime. They saved a lot of people. They were superheroes. They were a team of good superheroes. Until the army wants to enhance their teams, they use this gamma radiation wall called Gamma 13. It made Zoom faster and stronger, but it turned his brother Concussion evil, and he thinks that Zoom and them betrayed them. So he kills the team. He kills the team. Uh, yeah, but Concussion he kills the entire team except his brother, and they had to send him to another. He got sent to another dimension. Damn, I was right. Okay, sorry. He got sent to the dimension, and after that, Captain Zoom lost his powers, and Tim Allen he lost his powers, and he gave up being a superhero. He quit after that. And yeah, like I said, 30 years later, the film takes place 30 years later. Where Dr. Ed Grant, the original Santa behind the original Santa product, that is Chevy Chase. Yeah, Chevy Chase himself. Him in the military, the general that is played by Rip Torn, they discover that Concussion is making his way back into their dimension. He decides to form a new Santa team to fight him. So what they do is they bring back Jack. But anyway, I'll talk about the kids real quick. One kid is named Dylan West. He's a 17-year-old boy who possesses invisibility. Promised himself was like his teacher. He tells him, come up here, Dylan, and he does, but he he disappears, and everyone's like. Then you have Summer Jones that she has telekinesis powers and empathic senses or whatever. But these girls, these cheerleading girls, they mess with teenage, they taunt her, say, "Get away from us, you freak." So she uses her telekinesis power to get all this food to just drop on them. Then you have Tucker Williams, a 12-year-old boy who can enlarge and inflate himself at will. He tries to, he jumps in a pool. People make fun of him because of his weight. Kids make fun of him. But Tucker jumps in there and full water goes out. And then you have Sydney Collins, a 6-year-old girl who has super strength. At first, she's just, you think Sydney's just a normal little girl. This boy picks on her and she's like, she just, he pushes him over there. But anyway, also, they bring Jack Shepard back, but he doesn't want to come back. And they said, well, they use Courtney Cox as the doctor. Yeah. And she just pretends, she puts on a green dress. And she's like, oh, man, watch out. And he tries to help her. There's even a scene when we first see Jack where he's trying to get some coffee. So he, makes his fingers go by fast. He doesn't have super speed, but he doesn't have a super speed, but he can move his finger like really, really fast. He sees Courtney Cox, thinks she passed out on the road almost, tries to help her out. Then Chevy Chase shows up. He's like, well, you got what? It has been 30 years. He's like, you have to come or we'll force you to. And he shoots him down by accident with a dart. And he wakes him up and he tells him, morning, Zoom. He's like, it's not Zoom, it's just Jack. Well, Jack, you have to be here to help us. We need you. You're the only member of the Zenith team alive, so we need to train you. They don't tell him what it's for. They don't tell him that it's his brother. They don't inform him of that. They tell him you can either train him or you'll go to jail. That they'll take him to prison. That this menace is coming, but that he doesn't know what it is. Uh, they do. It's Area 52. Or it's Area 51. Where her character's name is Marsha. and she's like a big fan of him. She's like a geek, and she trips, and she's very a clumsy woman, and she likes reading comics. But they hold a project for the kids. But Dylan, Summer, and Tucker and Cindy, they get it. The kids are decent with their powers. Yeah, one kid farts, which I thought was annoying, and one kid throws up boogers, and yeah, I thought that was disgusting. Yeah, sometimes the humor, like especially with the fart joke there, that was childish. That is a cheap way to make laughs, I would say, but that. At first things don't go well because Jack is bitter about the past. They get ready to train them. They give them these yellow suits. Yeah, they said, okay, so you need to lose your power. She picks up these hammers or whatever, this equipment that she can pick up, and he makes her mad. He makes her mad. She does something that's like, oh, incoming. She's like, okay, you're a little princess. You can't really, you're not a princess. And then I liked it when Summer, Kate Myra, he throws these M&Ms or Skittles at her. She uses power to turn like this smiley face. She like sticks her tongue at him just to be funny. And Dylan disappears. But Dylan doesn't want to be there, so he'll disappear. They try to escape. Code Dylan, they call it, because he tries to get out. Starts his self-esteem issues, and Tim Allen makes fun of that, and he blows up like with his stomach all over him, literally. Because like I said, he has the power to inflate himself. And they get to know about his attitude because he's like, I don't want to be here. He tells them, he gives them, first day, he gives them, tells them, you know what, this place will ruin your life, and don't be a superhero, screw it up. So my suggestion to you is get out while you can. And Courtney House tell him, well, you're a good hero. He's like, it's just a comic book. None of that's true. Wake up in reality, lady. And concussion has 12 days around Earth is getting closer. But the military, they plan to capture concussion when he gets there, gets out of the portal from the dimension, put him in a net so they can capture him. Throughout it, he's training them a little bit. They're training like with the machine that has these kind of like baseball that come out of it, and they had to push a button. It's not simple at first. At first, they're not doing good, and he acts like he cares about them. You know, who act, who just give him food. It's like, do you care about us? And he's like, just tell me like, yeah, don't ask him that. Sydney, he doesn't care. They just think of him as a jerk, and he doesn't want to help them use their powers. Yeah, and they do kind of grow closer a little bit. They they have apparently Area 52. They have an alien spaceship, and they take it out. Yeah, is the movie somewhere the poster? No. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the alien spaceship. They take it out. They go for a ride. Tucker tries to get a cow. Like Tucker, you can't take put the cow back, Tucker. And it's like, all right, which I thought was funny. I thought that was hilarious. Then they go to Wendy's, trying to order everything, and that was hilarious. And people saying they got aliens, they get on to him about it. Why'd you do that? It's like, she doesn't eat meat. And then you meet this character named Mr. Pibb, who's a robot friend of theirs. He says hey to, and Chevy Chase tells her, you can't, since a machine doesn't have feelings. Well, you wanted to be an ice skating dancer. He's like, Chevy Chase like embarrassed. There's also a scene where they sneak into, like, Chevy Chase is in a lab or whatever. Like, it's bit in the middle of the woods. They make storms and stuff, which is hilarious though. And Chevy Chase can't is funny in this movie. Yeah, it's childish humor, but it's more of a family movie, so it kind of has that type of humor in it. And he gets, no, then he gets attacked by a skunk by Sydney. Yeah, but Tim Allen talks to Tucker saying that, you be like a team leader. Tells him about his team that they died. And concussion, it wasn't concussion's fault. He calls concussion a psychopath. I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. And then he says to him, wait a minute, concussion was your brother, wasn't he? Yes, he was. You know, sorry to lose somebody. But Tyler is able to, I mean, Dylan's able to use this in his mind, this in phase where he can be able to see things with his mind. He sees Summer for the first time just dancing. And they, speaking of a dance, they do have a dance going on, but it's like one day or two. Cindy's dancing on Mr. Pibb, and there's like some nice romance between Dylan and Summer. They have a dance, and Tim Allen has a dance with Courtney Cox, and their chemistry's sweet. At first, she tells him, "Well, you're not my hero used to be," but then they get along throughout the movie, and he thinks of his brother and what happened, and that he can make them a better team, and he starts working with them more. You know, start teaching them to use their powers. Summer accidentally, use her telekinesis and her telekinesis and throws a chair right at herself. And Cindy does good too, and she makes Cindy mad. And he picks up a forklift and throws it with her super strength. Yeah, sorry to go over my reviews. My reviews, sorry, but the military is like planning this, and eventually Tim Allen does find out thanks to Connor. I mean, Dylan. Thanks to Dylan, he's able to find out what's up. You know, he's like, "You were with my brother the whole time. How come you didn't tell me that?" And they were reminded they put him in jail. So, but actually, Tim Allen is trying to get them out of there, and they give each other's name. Like Sydney is Little Princess, Dylan is Houdini, and Tucker's Mega Boy, and Summer is Wonder. Yeah, and they get to arrest him. They say, "Come on, kids, They're gonna expose them to the Gamma 13 to make them more powerful because it's like 9 hours or something like that. The day before, in 9 hours, he'll be concussion will show up. So then Marsha Riza, she has a power as well. That's super breath. I'm sorry, I have to do this. You use her super breath. Uh, Dylan disappears and knocks two military guards out, and then Tucker knocks both of them out by fighting them with his hands. They get Jack, but Cindy like punches the door. She's like, "Next time, just tell me to move out of the way." Then he's like, "We're a family, we're a team. We need to be here for each other." He's like, "No, this is my brother handling concussion stomach." So he goes there, tries to talk to his brother, talks some sense to him. Concussion arrives. He tries to. He said, "Little brother." He's like, "All right, little brother, you got old. Well, it's been 30 years." He starts attacking him. Using his concussion waves from his hands. And he's like, "Mr. Pibb, is that you?" And then they try to use the net, but he throws the net away. Concussion almost hurts Sydney. Tries to hurt her almost, but Jack regains his super speed and runs. Then so they start to work together with Marshall. Jack's like, "I'll be back." He goes gets the suit they have for him. By the way, I don't know why they had that in this picture because in the movie you see he has the goatee. Yeah, and I don't know why in the poster they don't show the mustache, the goatee, but he has it. Yeah, but he gets that his super suit that Chevy Chase Grant built for him. He's running. He hasn't run 30 years, and he's running using super speed. He trips. It's like, oh, I haven't done that in a while. But he gets his suit. His brother's like, the name is Zoom, and at a trip in the vortex, the team has to work together. Um, they distract Connor and concussion. I mean, and Dylan's like, wow, concussion. You've been here a long time. He punches him a few times. And then she uses her telekinesis. Summer, Wonder does. She'll just throw some rocks at him, get him distracted, because where he tries to beat him, but she's going too fast. Then Tucker, fighting, you know, like hits him, like a, chest bust him, and Sydney hits him with an object from her super strength, and he can't let, Zoom with the super speed is creating the vortex. He almost misses, but sent up the Bunny Cox that she has to use her super breath to blow him into it, and it works. And it removes the Gamma 13 from Connor, and he restores his powers to normal, and turns him good again, go back to his normal self. And Zoom and Concussion reunite, and he meets the team, and they just say all hi to each other, and they introduce themselves, and they become quite a bit of friends. And he tells the military just leave him alone, just to back off. And I guess they'll go be their own superhero team. And then the film takes place 3 months later in a school play where Sydney is in a Rapunzel play, uses her super strength. Okay, sweet little cute moment. Tucker is at the goalie, the soccer team, which he's doing real good at. Dylan is dating Summer, who's on the cheerleading team. She uses her challenge power to build an upside down pyramid. Then they get a call, and just to, they meet up with Zoom in his new costume and his new suit and mask, and they go in their alien ship. They take off and they go save the day. Yeah, just to go fight more crime. As a New Zealand team, and you know, Corny God sends it with saying for the comic version, introducing the characters, okay, they just weren't a team. We were a family. And then the movie ends there. And that's Zoom from 2006. And like I said, it's a pretty short movie. It's only 1 hour and 28 minutes long. The good news though about it, it's not that long of a film. Did I forget to talk about the music? I think I did. I'll talk about the music a little later. But anyway, let me read some quotes. Hmm. Summer Jones, this is getting old. Considering you can read my mind, I don't have any many options. I can't read your mind, I just feel stuff. And you stop hitting on me entirely. No, I can't do that. You and I are destiny. I told you not to call Withers the scene where they break him out. And she uses her telekinesis to pick up the guard with her mind. I told you not to call me unless the world was going to end. I don't know how about the world ending, but we've been tracking on a pan dimension colony that seems to move toward a time-space continuum. Dr. Grant, I speak geek, not geek. Dr. Grant, I speak geek. I speak Greek, not geek. And there's also a scene where, you know, Connor gets a stab. Well, not stab, but he uses blood check. He's bleeding. He's like, ow. And so he's like, meanie, and then just Chevy Chase. Or he's got like his science project or whatever science thing he's building. And Cindy's picking Connor up because of her super strength. And they bump into him. He's like, way to go, kids. Cindy, what are you wearing? It's my alter ego. You mean your alter ego? There's a sweet moment also where she wants to go spend the night in his room because she's scared. And so she wants to let the couch, so she picks up the couch for strength, just drags it. Or as moment she wants to hold his hand, and he's like, no, I don't want to hold your hand. She's like, He's beating his hand. You mean your alter ego? I'm a princess. Cindy, you are not a princess. But I look pretty, yeah, but girls don't have any real friends, and they're never gonna get it straight. Take Miss Holloway, for instance. And then Cindy throws the 2.5 pound object. Let me put it away. Concussion is still alive, and he's coming back. He was destroyed. Nope, we were there. We both saw it. Nope. This was bolted to the wall. This is getting so old. Considering you can oh, never mind. Summer says, I see things, and Jack says, do you see dead people? I see you suffer from a massive infinitely complex. I try to have that as well. And then there were Jack when he doesn't get along down at first. He's like, yeah, dude, because they say you were, they find out that he was soon like, oh, you're Captain Zoom, blah, 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 He's like, see, this is how fast I could go. Can't do that no more. Stop that. You're singing the alphabet. That's not a power, and your voice is average. It's not super. It's too super. She grabs the judge's table and hurls it across the room. Get another table in here, please, right now, right away. But yeah, some good quotes in the movie. But let me give my final opinion on Zoom. Academy for Superior. Oh, I'll just call it Zoom. Yeah. or just Academy of Superheroes. Yeah, that's a good title as well. But my final thoughts on this movie is The Academy of Superheroes, underrated movie. Love this film. It's fun. Before I get to my problems of what I do, I like the story. I like the whole Zenith team thing. I think that's a cool name. I think there's some cool powers in there. I like Tim Allen that he's a speedster. That they say is faster than Superman or the Flash. I like when they reference them. That was cool. Uh, Kate Mara, gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Her power telekinesis is really cool. And reading minor things, like she can read minor things on a machine. Or even Mr. Pip, Sydney, cute little girl. She's super strength. And Dylan, I thought it was cool that he disappeared and stuff. Turn invisible. And Tucker's abilities were cool too. They can flatten his body. So yeah, it's just an entertaining movie. And the thing is, I like the cast. I like the story. The characters are good. I cared about them. Felt bad for Jack. That he was a guy that was a superhero. But his brother became evil because of the Gamma 13 incident. And yeah, he lost his team, and he didn't appreciate them until it was too late. So he's teaching the kids in the movie to appreciate each other, accept each other as a family, before it's too late, before something good happen. Yeah, but it has a good. I think the heart's in the right place for the movie, for the moments, and there's some sweet moments in here too. You know, and I bought them as a family. I bought it. I thought it was good. The humor doesn't land every time, but the movie is funny. The humor, yeah, it can be childlike kind of humor. This is more of a family movie, so it's a family superhero movie, so family film. So it does some of the humor. Like I said, I don't like the fart jokes or the snot burger joke. That yeah, there's some jokes that can be a little childish. But again, it's more family though. But it's not completely bad. Still, the humor is still good. I think the special effects and CGI, especially with the alien spaceship that they fly, looks really cool. For 2006, I think it's good CGI in my opinion. Or when he's using his super speed. Special effects I thought were really good for the film, and I love the poster as well. Poster's really good. Director, I think Peter did a good job. I think story was good. Cinematography was nice. I love the way the film looks. Looks really good for 2006. The editing is good. The action, when the action is there, they're using the powers. It could be funny moments. It's just really cool to see that. And the music score is really good. The music, some of the songs, yeah, in the movie are by Smash Mouth. Yeah, So Insane, Hang On, Everyday Hero, my favorite song in the movie. Come On, Come On. Yeah, Bowling for Soup. But I like, yeah, pretty good soundtrack as well. And like I said, I thought it run up, well, it does run for, sorry, of this. I get a good webcam and I hate it when it starts messing up like this. You can barely freaking see me. Oh my gosh. Come on. Sorry. When I go back here, you see blurry. This is the way I kind of see, by the way. Blurry. Okay. Not better, better, thank God. Okay, what I saying? The pacing. The pacing is good. Yeah, it does take a little time for the story. It does have that 88-minute runtime. But the story I thought it was good pacing. It's trying to tell a story about them learning how to be a family, learning to become superheroes, how to use their powers for good, you know. And of Jack Shepard, which I thought Tim Allen was good. Tim Allen is funny. I mean, don't believe me, watch Home Improvement. He's always hilarious in Home Improvement. He's a funny actor, a good actor. I mean, I don't care what nobody says. He is Buzz Lightyear. Nobody could have voiced Buzz Lightyear than better than him. I'm sorry. I don't care to see the new Lightyear movie. But yeah, but Tim Allen became famous for a good reason because he's a good actor and he's a good comedian. He's funny. That's why he went on to do other movies. You know, Galaxy Quest is a classic. I love that movie. I love all three Toy Story films. Not the fourth one, but all three films, especially the first one. Well, the first two is classics. So the third one in its own right. Yeah, it gets a little dark, but it works for that kind of story. Yeah. By the way, Toy Story 3 is how you do a third movie right. X Men Last Stand. Well, Anyway, my mind just kind of went off there for a minute. But Zoom is an underrated superhero movie in my opinion. It's fun. I've seen worse from Marvel. I could watch this over the Venom movies or Morbius or Electra or or Blade Trinity. I'd rather watch this over those because those films I think suck and are boring. I'd rather watch this over X-Men Last Stand and Superman Returns. Why? Because X-Men Last Stand is underwhelming. The story pissed me off what they did with the characters. And this film is not depressing. X-Men Last Stand is a depressing movie with the characters dying in a way that is just terribly done. It's a depressing film. Superman Returns is just boring. This film was fun and lighthearted. This deserved to make more money than X Men Last Stand Superman Returns, in my opinion. I really wish I saw this in theaters back in 2006 than those two movies. Yes, this is probably, in my opinion, this is the best superhero movie, live action wise, of 2006. Yes, I think it's better than X Men Last Stand and Superman Returns. Yes, better than both because it doesn't bore me. Yeah. Those films were just kind of not very good in my opinion. One's depressing, crappy characters, and the new one is just a rehash of Richard Donner Superman, and it's boring, and the story was stupid in that movie. And Brandon Routh, I'm sorry, good actor, but he's not a good Superman in my opinion. He's just a copycat of Christopher Reeve. Yeah, yeah. And I've seen some of the latest Marvel movies feel like TV movies, and some of them feel way too long. A lot of Marvel movies now. I mean, Avengers Endgame is long, but it's still a great movie. But I do agree with some people that it's a bit way too long. And you could have trimmed some stuff down. Yeah, a lot of superhero movies nowadays are over 2 hours long. This film is only 80 minutes, only 1 hour 28 minutes long. Keep it short and sweet, and that's what this film is. Short, it's entertaining, and it's a fun watch in my opinion. If you hate the film, that's fine. I understand why it's like I said, it's basically more of a family movie, but it's fun to me. It's entertaining. If you have kids, I highly recommend getting Zoom on DVD. Get it. You know, yeah. It's only PG, good for all ages. That means adults and kids. You and your kids can watch it and have a good time with Zoom. So it's a fun movie for what it is. It's fun. So my rating, despite some of the childish humor in it that I don't like that much, like with the farting. Yeah, I nitpick at that because that's just a cheap way to make laughs. They don't have to put that in family movies, but they do sometimes, and I hate that. The fart jokes just don't work in my opinion. But that doesn't mean the movie doesn't run the movie for me. But Zoom Academy of Superheroes or just Zoom, whatever. My rating for this film, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, and my rating for Zoom Academy of Superheroes is 4 to 5 stars. So, guys, if you've seen Zoom Academy of Superheroes, what do you think of this movie in your opinion? Do you like it? Do you hate it? And if you don't, if you hate it, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. It's all respect here, okay? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, stay tuned for the next review because the next two movies, yeah. Well, this one's a DC animated movie. I don't think I've ever seen it. But next is Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo. Yeah, which I've never seen. But Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo. This will be next, so stay tuned for that next. Maybe today, I don't know. But so I hope you look forward to my review, my next week, Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo. And guys, always watch out for my community post of what movies I put next time I'm going to review. And yeah, share my channel with your friends, your family, people you know at work, or your family members or friends. Share it. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Thank you for the 48 subs, and you know, and just keep up with the good views and keep on watching this. I got more videos planned. I'm not quitting YouTube anytime soon. But again, it's my thumbs up for Zoom, and my rating for this film is once again 4 to 5 stars. So tell me in the comments down below, guys. What do you think of Zoom starring Tim Allen? What do you think of it in your opinion? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Just tell me in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. So stay tuned for the next review for Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo. Bye bye.